Oh, Gavin Newsom. Okay, here we go. So Gavin Newsom, in the latest episode of his podcast, his guest was Steve Bannon. I did a TikTok about this earlier. I think that it's legitimate for somebody like Gavin Newsom to interview Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon, love him or hate him, I disagree with almost every single thing that he has to say. I do agree with him on his absolute vitriolic hatred of Elon Musk. Steve Bannon absolutely hates Elon Musk. I agree with that. There you go. But in a lot of ways, Steve Bannon, who is an exceedingly intelligent person and former military, he's kind of like the id of MAGA. He, in many ways, is like the intellectual, if you want to use that word, driving force behind MAGA. And MAGA listens to him. And so it's like, if you want to get any inroads with those inbred, mouth-breathing, fart-huffing, gullible MAGA chuds, have a conversation with Steve Bannon. It's gross and distasteful, but he, second probably only to Donald Trump, Steve Bannon is the guy who has their ear. And so, and it's just a conversation. I haven't listened to the podcast episode yet, so I'm withholding judgment. Anyway, Steve Bannon scrambles to protect Donald Trump from Gavin Newsom revelation, saying he was kidding. MAGA influencer Steve Bannon scrambled to defend Donald Trump after California Governor Gavin Newsom revealed how the president dismissed deficit spending during his first term. That sounds pretty serious. To be fair, so people understand, and it's not an indictment to your point about both parties, but another $8.4 trillion was added to the national debt under the Trump administration. Trump increased the national debt by like 34%. It was $24 trillion when Trump came into office. When Trump left office, it was $32 trillion. Newsom pointed out. And to be fair, COVID had a huge part. Yada, yada, yada. And he said, and I remember, by the way, you'll appreciate this, Steve, I remember being in Marine One, Trump's helicopter when you're president, talking to President Trump, about the issue of the deficit. And he literally looked at me and goes like this with his hands. And he said, printing press, and literally dismissed it completely. They'll just print more money. Who gives a shit about the deficit or the debt? They'll just print more money. Bannon reacted quickly to defend Trump. He was kidding. Bannon exclaimed. Gavin Newsom said, well, I'm not. The way he governed the first 4 years, I'm not sure that he was. And they left it at that. So, look, Gavin Newsom does a better job than most people on the left in these kinds of conversations. Legitimately, he does. I will probably listen to this entire episode this weekend because, I'm planning to do a colon cleanse, and I will listen to it during that, I guess. Anyway, if you like this t-shirt, you can get it at hawkmerchstore.com. Thanks. Have a great Friday or Thursday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Okay. I'm optimistic. I want the weekend to be here already. So, but yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. Have a great Thursday.